come here. 2 different color gloves. You making it happen, girl. We gotta get you some boots. Coffee chats with Dan and Jess. Good morning.
The pre-coffee chat.
Pre-coffee chat conversations are funny. How is everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Post-Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good one. I hope you got to either spend it with your family, your friends, people who matter.
Hopefully you tripped out on tryptophan. I can't believe the older kids didn't even know what tryptophan was.
Yeah.
They act like it was this crazy.
Our older children acted like we were insane.
Tryptophan, turkeys.
Yeah. I learned what tryptophan was when I was like 12. I feel like, you know what? We just had access to better things, better knowledge as kids.
I was like, what is this sensation? Oh, look it up. It's tryptophan.
Yeah. But if you weren't able to have a great time with your family, I hope you stood your ground. Kudos to my sister-in-law. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, we didn't buy anything over Black Friday weekend. We bought a Dr. Pepper and a drink that I didn't recognize.
We survived without.
We're doing our Black Friday right now. This is what we're doing. We had breakfast out because we never do that. Where we actually go sit down and eat breakfast. We usually just get,
Isn't it officially Cyber Monday?
It is Cyber Monday. I'm having the biggest sale of the year today on my website on hbcorganics.com. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to see this in time, but I am doing a bigger deal than I've ever done. But I have this goal to sell out my whole inventory, or at least 80% of it. That's bouncing. So that I can kind of refocus and do some things I've been wanting to do instead of doing whatever just to make the sale. You know what I mean?
Cyber Monday used to be a big deal for me.
Yeah, because you were in tech?
Yeah, we'd get Thanksgiving off and then you had Black Friday, but we would wait for Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
And it was all online. Because you'd find amazing deals. I don't know if there's amazing deals anymore.
You know how Ezra kept complaining about mac and cheese? I don't see the gluten-free mac and cheese, and apparently at his dad's house the store by his dad's house doesn't have the mac and cheese. Well, Amazon sent me a thing because I bought it off Amazon before. Hey, this is a Cyber Monday deal for 20% off. So I sent it to Ezra because we know how annoying Ezra can be when he wants things. Just as it was funny in my mind. Anyways, just a little bit. Not to torture Ezra, but see, Ezra would see it was on sale, so he probably would be like a drunk parrot, repeating himself constantly to his dad and Christy. And he wants it.
Buy mac and cheese.
But anyways, so I hope you guys all had a good time, good weekend. We were busy. Our daughter back there is teething, molars, and then one surprise one next to her bottom teeth. And she's been a little insufferable, I will not lie. I think she's done good compared to what other kids would do. But compared to what we're used to with her, we're a little and she's a little mad that she can't be outside all day long. Because it's freezing here.
So rare.
Oh, her thing turned off. Anyways, so I have a fun thing for coffee chats with Dan and Jess. Dan, I would like to know, I don't want to know the coolest gift you ever received. I want to know the coolest gift you ever gave. That you felt, and then who it was too, the thought behind it.
Okay. So, one year before I met Jess, money was tight. I was single. All of my kids were coming over. We were splitting the Christmas, so I think they came over Christmas Day. And I don't know, sometimes you're like, well, this is going to be tight, but I'm just going to make do whatever. I just kind of was overwhelmed and didn't really shop because I didn't have money. But then, then I got really worried, even though they had already opened presents and stuff, I'm like, I've got to have something. And so I quickly just started grabbing things from my own personal memoirs and the coolest thing was this. I've always wanted to learn how to play banjo because my dad was a banjo player. And so a while back, this lady, her husband had passed away, and he had a nice banjo, like it was really nice, and I bought it from her. She told me the whole story of his life and stuff. Anyway, so I was like saving this banjo for when I like really could go into learning, and I ended up giving it as a present to Emma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was just...
Was she so excited?
Yeah, it was just like it was like a special
moment
element to it because it was something that was important to me.
Right.
And I gave it away, you know.
Nice.
I've done that before, like with guitars and stuff, and I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that, like you talk about, like gifts with
purpose.
Yeah.
I like that.
But it ended up, you know, they were all excited, and you know, it made me feel like, and I think they all said it multiple times, like gifts aren't the most important thing, you know.
Right.
It's spending time together. So.
Right.
It was a good learning moment.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you?
I love that. For me, there was this one year that Braun and Ezra were really into like Transformers, but
more than meets the eye.
The thing is like Braun just would follow suit with whatever Ezra liked, but see, he was into rescue bots when Ezra was into Transformers, you know, like the step down.
Yeah.
And so they had asked for a together gift of like these certain Transformers that we had to buy like special. And so what I did is I knew he was into Transformers, but he also really wanted this like rescue bot like knit sweater that was at Target. So I got him the knit sweater, and then I got Braun all the rescue bot like bots, you know. And we already had the same ones for Ezra, but like I got Braun his own set, and he was so excited. Like other people didn't understand why I bought a copy, but I bought a copy because they were always fighting over it, and I wanted Braun to feel seen and not just like, oh, I gotta use it because it was my brother's. Yeah. You know? And a lot of times, because he's the second son, he gets the hand-me-downs, he gets all of that, you know. But he got his very own sweater, and he was like 2, and it was hilarious because Ezra used to speak in funky terms, and he would go, Ezra get no sweaters. Ezra get none. But yeah, so it was funny because Ezra... Well, listen, I'm not gonna have somebody charge us 80 cents
Don't charge
for a pump of something.
For the chai.
Listen. I got him a matcha.
There is no chai.
A matcha with like the chai cold foam. Dan loves that. That's his jam. But they tried to charge us for the cold foam and the chai, and I'm like, I don't think so. That's
not today, Satan.
No. See, I'm learning. There used to be a time where I would not correct people at all.
You know.
My old therapist would be so proud.
Someone ever messed up, and it was like decent amount of money, and you're just like, whatever. But sometimes you're like, that 80 cents, I'm going to hell and back. You tell them I'm coming and I'm bringing hell with me.
Yeah, like literally. Like, excuse me, you're already charging a lot for stuff.
No, you got to stick to your guns.
I'm sorry, but like one pump of a chai for 80 cents, that's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, it was
a one pump chai chum.
But anyways, it was one of the coolest gifts because of what it meant. Now, I think the year too that we had all the kids come, that was a fun year. I felt like every one of the older kids, I overthought their gifts. We overthought their gifts a little bit to make sure that like it wasn't weird. But in the end, it didn't even matter about the gifts. Yeah, they just wanted to hang out with all of us, which is amazing.
They're like, you will open this random donut mug from Braun and you will be happy about it.
Remember Braun, I like to take the kids. This is my favorite thing to do with kids, is take the kids and do not give them any direction whatsoever as to shopping, and just be like, you got to buy for these people, and I just let them go. Now, it depends on where I take them, you know, by how much money I have. But like this year, I took Braun to Salvation Army, and he wanted to spend his own money, and he gave everybody their gifts early, which was hilarious. But It was really cool because he got you this Jesus painting.
Yep.
That was really special.
Yeah.
It was like Jesus walking with somebody.
No, it's a really cool picture.
He got Ezra a Coca-Cola glass, which Ezra was floored about. He got Layla and Zoe like this magical little lamp for story time. And he got himself like a new winter coat, which he has not lost, surprisingly. He loses them all the time. But the year that the older kids came for Christmas, that first year we were in our new house, was really cool. I took Bron, let him pick out whatever he wanted. We had saved up a ton of money for when the kids came. And he was hilarious. He wanted to get all of them a mug, every single person a mug. And he picked out the funniest mugs for each person.
Yeah.
He got Lauren a Barbie mug. He got Ethan a horse mug. Remember that? Benji and him both had to have a bee mug because they were both bees. Remember that?
Yeah.
And Ezra got a trailer mug.
Yeah, it was good.
You have a donut mug.
That was definitely...
It was really fun.
One of the best Christmases.
It was. It was very special. But yeah, so our ducks and our chickens are surviving, in case anybody was wondering. And we're going to post more on some really cool stuff because guess what? Dan is building a cabin and we're going to show you guys how he does it.